Hi vlog, today is Tuesday. I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. I had all of the intentions in the world to be vlogging throughout the past couple months, and once again some health issues and some things came up, so yada yada, excuses, I know. But I am here, I am trying, and we're gonna get into this vlog because I have a couple of cool things to show you and we just need to catch up. So I know that I have been MIA, completely missing in action for quite a while now. So I kind of want to just sit down and catch up. Say hi to Miss Zozo, who of course has to be in the way because here we are. Did you hear the insulin pump? If you are one of my long-standing randoms, you would know that every single time I turn on a camera to vlog, my insulin pump beeps, and there she was once again. So I'm glad to see not all things have changed. As annoying as it is, I apologize. I am a type 1 diabetic for anyone that's new and watching this video, and my insulin pump definitely likes to be the center of attention when it comes to anytime I turn a camera on, as well as Miss Zozo here. So if you've never met her before, she is my kitty cat, and also, again, you'd think she's starved for attention. Nay, no, she's not. But yet, she wants to make sure she is the center of it at all points in time. So, with that being said, I kind of want to talk to you guys because a lot of you are watching, and I've been getting a lot of questions through Instagram and Snapchat asking me how I'm doing with my reading. I did make a reading goal this year. I'm going to be honest. I thought this year I was going to go warp speed compared to my last year's reading goal. And I thought I was just not going to be able to put it down. I'm sorry that I'm looking down. I'm pulling up my Goodreads account real quick. Because so many of you have been asking me what's going on with that. So I thought that I was just going to be flying through books. But lo and behold, I need to learn not to make assumptions, even when they're about myself, because, yeah, I assumed wrong. I don't think I'm doing bad. My reading goal for this year, I don't know if you guys can see that up there, was I wanted to read 60 books, and so far I have read 28 of the 60, and it is the end of June, so I'm about 46% done with my goal, I guess. In the beginning of the year, I was reading, and then I went on this huge reading slump where I was just not interested for some reason. Books for me always kind of take me away from my reality and put me into a different one. It slows my mind, my thoughts down about my own problems, my own life, and it like sucks you right into a whole new reality, a whole new plot, a whole new twist. And you just kind of get to lose yourself a little bit. At least that's how I look at it. So, for whatever reason, I was so consumed with my own mental health and things that were going on, my physical health. I didn't even want to be in any reality, I guess, if that makes sense. I didn't want to be in my own. I didn't want to be lost in a book in some other reality. I just was trying to make it through the days. So for a long time, I kind of just was in this huge reading slump. I just didn't want to read. And then, thankfully, I kind of got through it and I started reading a little more. And then I kind of do where I get over it and then I lose myself in reading and I read 24/7. And then, again, I kind of put myself back into a reading slump where then I'm like, okay, well, I just read how many books? I'm kind of done. I'm kind of over it again. And that's how it was for the last couple months. So I was just like, I decided to, excuse Gemma back here. She's, 24/7 on guard duty. So she can hear, I think, the neighbors outside. So she's getting, a little, So I kind of decided that I was going to try and find a way to bring myself back into wanting to read and getting out of this slump. And I ended up going on my phone and I was watching some I think it was like Books with Chloe, but now she changed her channel name to Chloe Bunny, and she's someone that I've watched all the time. I also love Alyssa, or Reading with Alyssa, something like that. Alyssa's, but I can't even remember, but I should try to remember to tag them both underneath this video, because if you are readers and you like watching, you know, book reviews and book hauls and book unhauls, and if you're just a book nerd, you will love these two people. Like, they will capture your heart. I love them not just in the book world, booktube sense. I love them in the fact that they are empathetic, amazing, amazing young women, and they're so intellectual, and they are so... The funny thing is, they're so poised. They're so relatable. They're so easy to connect with, but yet in their own worlds, I don't know if they truly believe that. I know that they believe that they're good-hearted, wonderful people, but you know how we're all always our own worst critics. So yes, I love those two channels immensely when it comes to helping me get out of book slumps and just reading slumps where I'm just like, no, nothing I'm reading is intriguing me. Nothing is taking me out of my head in a good way. So then I just kind of give up. So I did start watching them. Chloe Bunny actually had, I don't know, one night I just could not sleep. I was dealing with a lot of different things, and I grabbed my old trusty phone here, and I went on her channel, and I just like I would dive into a book and kind of nurture my mind and soul in other ways, I dove into her channel, and I did not sleep. I watched her channel, catching up on reading vlogs and just different things going on in her life for, I couldn't tell you how many hours. It was just hours upon hours upon hours, and I watched these videos of her just finding so much peace within books, and that's what I love about when they talk about them, because for them to judge a book, it has to be very immersely something that captures through words their soul, their spirit, something that has to click with you in that book to really make it memorable. And I needed that. I think that's what I was searching for. I didn't want any just, you know, random turn the page book at that point. I needed something to connect with, something to pull me out of my head a little. And in one of Chloe Bunny's vlogs, or book vlogs, whatever you want to call them, she had talked about one of her books that she really loves, and it's called The Little Prince, and how meaningful it was, and so many things that she got out of that book. So I was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm gonna it's a small book, so I'm like, I'm gonna grab this book and I'm gonna read it, and we'll just give it a go. I am so thankful that I did. I don't want to get emotional, and for some people you might not find what I found in this book, but it just spoke so in depth and so in a way that my soul understood it, I guess. If that sounds weird, I'm sorry, but it's the truth. And I just grabbed onto every delicious little drawing and every delicious little word and phrase and meaning. And it was like, whew. So much of my personal stress and issues and mental health issues kind of, I don't want to say they went away by any means, but they kind of took a back seat for a little while, and that's what I needed. I found so much inside the pages of this book that I was like, I have to buy this now, because I was reading it on my Scribd app, which I have on my phone, and I'm like, I have to have the physical copy, I have to feel it, I have to touch it, I have to know, I have to smell it. Like, I'm a weirdo like that. Like, I can't help it. So if you're needing something and you want something small, you want something to connect with, your viewpoints on it might be different than mine, which might be different than everybody else's that read this book. And I'm literally to the point right here, like right now, and I can say I've read this like probably 8 times now since I found this just last week. I need a tattoo. Like, I need something that can pull me out of here and from my own little planet that I float away to. I need something that can grab me and pull me back to Earth, pull me back to my own sense of mindfulness and be like, whew, breathe. Breathe. So I don't want to talk too much about the ins and outs, the ups and downs of the book or anything like that, because I want you to experience for yourself if that's something that you want to do. And I'm sorry that I kind of went off on a tangent about this, but it is something that truly helped me, and it does not have to be this book per se for you. It doesn't even have to be a book. Everyone needs to find their different means of coping and different means of self-love, different ways to slow yourself down, to slow your mind down. I know another one of mine is journaling, and I know that you guys have also been questioning me on that, and that is something that I keep saying, oh, I have these videos, oh, I have this, I have that, I'm going to make, I'm going to do. And if I'm just going to be honest, I haven't had it in me to just do it. Now, that doesn't mean that I haven't been journaling. I've been journaling every single day still in my Fobonichi. And I believe I'm now at a point where I can open up a little more and actually share some of that, because for a while I needed that to be my safe place, I guess, where I could open up the pages and just get lost in my journal without wanting to video it or, excuse the insulin pump. I needed to be able to get lost in those pages and in my little journaling world without feeling guilty that I'm not videoing it, or I'm not showing how I do a spread, or even doing flip throughs or something like that. So I kind of bogarted that to myself and just let that be my thing for a while. But I honestly think that I can start making some videos and sharing a little more, because I know so many of you daily, I don't know why or how it's even that memorable to any of you, but daily I receive messages on Instagram and on here on YouTube platform and on my Snapchat platform where everyone's like, show us some journal pages, do a journal page with us, let me see what you're up to. Like, and for a while I just had to kind of pull back and protect that part. And like I said, I think I'm a little more open to all of it. So I know there's probably some of you that watch my channel and they're like, we don't care about your books, we don't care about your journals, we want to see your hauls, we want to see your Goodwill hauls. I know everyone's been asking me about those. I go to Goodwill still way too much. Again, it's just something I haven't been sharing for, I guess, my own peace of mind. Everyone wants Dollar Tree hauls. I still go to Dollar Tree. I have so many bags on the floor right behind us. Actually, I have a bag right here, because I was there today. I was also at Walmart today. So, I mean, I'm breaking out a little more. I'm feeling a little more human in my noggin, I guess. I have things I do actively want to share with you guys again. So, I know I'm kind of all over the board with my train of thought here. And I think it's because I want to reach out and connect with so many different people that watch. And I think some of my problems with YouTube platform is because my channel is Amanda Random, and what I wanted to do was random. If I wanted to do a book vlog, I'm going to do a book vlog. If I wanted to show you my new glasses from Pair Eyewear, I'm going to show you some new products. If I want to go to Dollar Tree and Goodwill, I'm going to throw you some thrift shop hauls and some different things, or my journaling videos, or just daily life videos. And sometimes some of the comments I would be deleting constantly, being like, I'm sorry if what today's video is about doesn't connect or resonate with you, but it does for a couple other people. So I felt very trapped with being able to make this group happy and this group not happy. And I am a people pleaser, believe it or not. Yeah, I'm a people pleaser, or I try my damnedest to be. And a lot of the times I feel like I fall short being a people pleaser in all aspects of my life. So, I digress. There was a lot of things I had to step back from for my own peace of mind, and I am proud to say that I have been working daily on becoming a better person, becoming a better version of me, learning to, this is the hard one for me, learning to be okay with who I am currently. Physically, mentally, all of it above, like, who I am today. Do I like that person? No, but I am trying because I deserve I deserve to like who I am. And I don't mean that to sound conceited, because I truly feel that we all deserve to be okay with who we are at this moment in our lives. And that's a very hard thing to do. So I'm sorry that this video kind of got heavy. I'm sorry that I'm talking, you know, a lot in circles. But that's just, I guess, what's coming out today. So kind of caught up maybe a little bit on the same page. And since I started talking about books, I'm going to show you 2 that I just got today at Walmart. I wanted to go in there with a kind of a challenge of walking into Walmart, just because that's where I was going. I wanted to challenge myself to grab a book off the shelf that I've never heard of, that I have no idea what it's even about. And then I wanted to challenge myself to grab a book that I have heard of, that I'm interested in reading, and that I've never allowed myself to go and do or buy. So I was like, you know what? There's your challenge. Something you've never heard of, something you have heard of that you've been interested in. So go grab one of each. And these are the 2 books that I ended up walking out with. So this one right here is by Emily Henry, and this is People We Meet on Vacation. And this is a video, or a book I should say, that I've seen TikToks about, I have seen different booktubers talk about, and I was always genuinely kind of interested in it, and since I've heard about it, and it was bright orange for whatever reason, this one caught my eye. It was the first one, and I was like, so I also saw The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. You guys, I read that book a while ago, and I think I had it on an audiobook is how I listened to it, or how I came about it. I loved that book. I loved that book. So I saw that one sitting there, and I was like, even though I read it, can I grab it? And I was like, no. You said grab one book that you've heard of, but you haven't read before. So here we are, this one. But if you guys do want a good book recommendation, The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Good book. Highly recommend. 5-star read. 10-star read. I loved that book. So I'm interested in starting this one. I don't know when I'll start it, but that was part of the challenge and I got it. So the next one was to walk into Walmart and see what they had to offer and pick something that looked interesting, that you've never heard, you've never seen, you've never heard anything about. And sometimes I think that's a hard challenge for me because I watch a lot of booktube videos and just different things like that. But I've never heard of this. And let me tell you, it looks so good. So this is Cicadas Sing of Summer Graves by Quinn Connor. Oh yes, I think I'm more, which is kind of weird because I know that I've wanted to read this one and I've heard about this one, but after I picked this book up and talk about how pretty, like how pretty is this cover? Oh my gosh. And it's definitely a floppy. It's a floppy book. It's not super floppy, but it's floppy and I love me a good floppy book. But after I read the back of this one, I want to read this one first, even over this one. And it's just a random book that I never heard of and picked up. And that's why I love kind of doing these challenges. Believe it or not, whether I video them or not, those are the kind of challenges like I put in my head all the time. Even if I'm going to a free library, like in my town, I'll go and I'll take some books and they'll be like, here's the challenge. You can bring a book home if you can find an author that starts with S or W or something. And I don't know why, but I always do these little challenges in my head. Otherwise, I think I'd probably grab all the books and then like want all of the books. And I don't know if you guys know, but I've been working on my upstairs library, and yes, it is coming together nicely. So that'll be something that is in, I don't think this vlog, because I see we're already at 22 minutes, but probably in the next vlog. So Cicadas Sing of Summer Graves, you guys, listen to the back of this one. Years ago, yellow fever gripped the small lakeside town of Prosper, Arkansas. At the height of the summer swelter, in the wake of an unexpected storm, the dam failed and the valley flooded, drowning the town and everyone trapped inside. The secrets of old Prosper drowned with them. Now, decades later, when a mysterious locked box is pulled from the depths of the lake, 3 descendants of the long-ago tragedy are hurled into another feverish summer. So, there's more, but I'm not going to read it. I can't wait, and I don't know why, but this is just so, it's so pretty to me. Like, look at this cover. I don't know why, but I'm getting good vibes from this. So, with that being said, you can probably tell that I am indeed out of my reading slump, all thanks to The Little Prince. I just needed a moment of silence there because I don't know why I lost myself so intensely inside the words of that book. Even though it gives you outer space, different planet, different world vibes, it seriously brought me back to my own. And that's all I can say. So, I really hope if you guys are in a reading slump, or if you're just looking for a book to connect with that's fast but meaningful, check out The Little Prince and tell me what you guys thought, please. There's so many quotes. There's so many ideas in my head I have for tattoos that I want now. And I'm like 99.9% positive I will be getting a tattoo that has to do with that book, because boy, has that book really helped bring me a step forward out of the darkness. So mental health is nothing to joke about. Mental health is always something that I feel is brought way more to light these days than it ever was, even for me in my childhood. I'm 41 now, and when I was a kid, you didn't hear of people that had ADHD so much. You didn't hear of people that had anxiety, generalized anxiety, depression, all these different mental health issues. I guess maybe they just went undiagnosed and we were just told to deal with it, figure it out, deal with it, and move on. And I know that's not healthy. And I'm actively trying to deal with some of my issues right now as a 41-year-old woman. So I feel bad. I guess I should have put a trigger warning at the beginning of this video, but I just want all of you guys to know, no matter what level of darkness you've fallen into in your own head, in your own mind, in your own life, in your own soul, there are different ways. There are different humans. There are different books. There are different medications. There are so many different things that can bring you back when you don't think that there are. So I just wanted to share that, and I just want to say that I am going to push myself harder to be more present of a platform here on YouTube, to be more in the light, no pun intended. And I just want everyone to know that you're not alone. There is someone that will be there for you. There's someone that will listen. There are so many different avenues, and this world is such a better place with you in it. You, specifically, you. So wholeheartedly reach out if you're feeling alone, if you're feeling dark, if you're feeling like there is no point. I'll be your point. Reach out to me. Like, we need to bring each other up here. We need to hold out those extended hands and say, do you need somebody? I'm here. I got you. So if you're in a good spot in your life, be that person, please, for somebody else that might not be. And I think this world could be such a better place. So I'm sorry this vlog was all over the place, and it was kind of more of a sit down, talk, catch up, book vlog type deal, but I will be making some more videos. I'm so happy because I just caught up my journals that I was slacking on. I would journal every day, but I wouldn't add the pictures and the different things that I wanted. So I just sat the other night for hours just trying to zone out, and I printed probably 200 pictures on my Canon Ivy and pulled out all my little sticky notes on each page that I knew that I wanted to put a picture on. And I just sat there and I got it all done. So that's another reason why I'd be happy to kind of share some of my pages with you guys again. So as always, I love you guys all so much. Please leave me some kind words.
Let me know how you're doing in the comments below. Reach out to me on Snapchat and Instagram. I'm always able to be found at MandyK1082. And as always, I love you guys. Stay random. Remember, this world is 100,000 times better because you're in it, even if you don't believe it. Bye, guys.